Good day, everyone. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Raul Sars Floor, and this is iTech 11 Living in the IT Era. I'm currently voiceovering this presentation, so please take note that there is a background noise happening, so please don't mind. Thank you. And this presentation is about the seventh function of child's language by Michael Halliday. Digging further, let's know who is Michael Halliday. Michael Halliday, or Michael Alexander Halliday, was a British linguist, teacher, and a proponent for Neo-Persian theory who saw language as primarily a social phenomenon. Halliday obtained his Bachelor in Arts in Chinese Language and Literature from the University of London and then did postgraduate work in linguistics first at Peking University and later at the University of Cambridge from which he obtained his PhD in 1955. Halliday sees language as a cultural code that teaches us how to be part of society rather than simply being a method of communication. In 1975, he published Seven Function of Language that describes the way children use language. The seven functions of language, according to Halliday, are divided into two classifications. The first one we have the function of language based on child's physical, emotional, and social need. We have instrumental, regulatory, interactional, and personal functions. The next classification is the function of language to enable a child to adapt to his environment. We have heuristic, imaginative, and representational. Let's dig in further. Function of language based on the child's physical, emotional, and social need. The instrumental. This is the language that used to fulfill a need such as to obtain food, drink, or comfort. This typically includes the concrete nouns, for example, the phrase I want, can I have, and I need are all examples of instrumental language. When a child is thirsty, they might say that I want a bottle. If the carer gives them the bottle, then their needs have been met through the use of language. The next one is the regulatory function. When a speaker commands, persuade, or requests something from someone else, this is known as regulatory language function. Regulatory language controls the listener's behavior. The speakers adapt to a commanding tone. Example include, let's go home now. You need to finish that work by tomorrow, so get on with it. As evident as this example, the listener has restricted agency as the speaker has taken the dominant position in the conversation. Then we have interactive function. This function is how we form relationship with others as it encompasses the communicative use of language. It is how we relay our thoughts, our emotions, strengthening our bonds with those around us. Interactional language example, the phrases like I love you mom or thank you so much, revealing the emotion and the opinion of the speaker. Then we have the personal function. This function defines how we refer to ourselves and express our personal opinion, our identity, and our feelings. A child may communicate their opinion and emotion in a simplistic ways using the first phrases like me good or me happy. As well as expressing personal opinion and emotion, the personal function of language use also encompasses how we use language to learn more about our surroundings by requesting information it about it. This is known as the personal function of language as we gain information which benefits ourselves and our, our understanding of the society. Questions like what's that? What does that mean? And our example of personal language function. Let's dig in a little more deeper to the other classification. The classification of language or the function of language to enable a child to adapt to his environment. We have heuristic. This term refers to a language associated with discovery of and explanation, usually in a form of question or running commentary. When a child talks about what they are doing as they are doing. This helps them understand their action in relation to the world around them. Another example of children narrating a persistent questioning. It is not uncommon for children to continuously ask, "What's that? What what does that do and why?" In response to an adult giving them an instruction. It also occurs when adults are talking about a topic children doesn't understand. The next one is the imaginative function. When children tell story and create imaginary friends or concept in their head, it's an imaginative way of using language. Imaginative language usually occurs during leisure or play scenarios. Remember child when we were children playing in the playground? Did you and your friend imagine that you were somewhere else? There's a house or a spaceship. Children do this to make games more interesting. They adapt to a suitable character to act it out and their friends. For example, for example, you pretend to you that you are in space. You remove yourself from a playground environment and move in this fantasy world. Much more exciting. The last one is the representational function. Similar to heuristic and personal function, representational language occurs when we request information. However, it differs from heuristic and personal function as it also refers to when we relay information. In other words, it describes the exchange of information between two or more people. Another example of representational language is when we relay information. Imagine someone telling a story such as I was walking down the street and a cat jumped out in front of me. It really made me jump. This is an example of representational language because it relays information about events. The next additionally, we have the three linguistic function in Halliday's theory. The first one is the ideational. Ideational is described as how we use language to take in experience. We have experiential function and logical function. Experiential function, this refers to the grammatical choices that help us attach meaning to everything we come in contact with. Our surroundings, our feelings. This how we make sense to the world around us and the place we're within it. The logical function is the feature describe the semantic relationship between the clauses, helping to explain how we link sentence together in a way that it makes sense to us. Then we have interpersonal function. This function allows speakers to convey their complex and diverse emotion to those around them, helping other people to establish and maintain interpersonal relationship with people around them. This not only encompasses what they are saying, but how frequently they discuss a topic, indicating its value in their life. The interpersonal function reflects our mood, modality, and polarity. And the last one is the textual function. This function describes the grammatical system that manages the flow of discourse. The textual function is both experiential and interpersonal as it is a language itself. It relates to the rules of language and how it flows in conversation. And thank you everyone for listening. I hope you learned a thing or two from the video presentation. Thank you all for listening and hope you have a great day.